Hey everybody, welcome to the CNC with Dave show. Sorry we're getting another late start. I've had some more technical difficulties. I can't seem to get either one of these stupid laptops to work, so I don't know what's going on. But I've made some setting changes, and maybe that'll get us through the night here. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all sticking around, and we're going to do the show and tell thing. I got a whole bunch of pictures. I'm not even sure we're going to be able to get through them all, but we'll see how much we can get through. But first, I want to let my panel introduce themselves and tell everybody where they can be found and what they got going on and all that. So I'm going to start on my far left there with Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm with Summers Woodworking. You can find me at summerswoodworking.co or on YouTube under Summers Woodworking.
Okay, thanks for being here, Brian. And for those of you who don't know, I was on Brian's show earlier tonight. So thank you again for having me on your show, Brian. I appreciate it. Doing a little CNC talk on the Summers Woodworking show. Next, I've got Jason.
Good day. Yeah, I'm Jason McGinn from McGinn's Woodshop. And you can find me at McGinn's Woodshop on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I do stuff like CNC and whatever. I do all sorts of stuff. And I got a show, actually, Precise Mistakes, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead and plug your show.
Fridays at 7. Interview different people, do different things, have different, just different scenarios on with different people of the community or creators or makers. So it's... If you like the kind of chat thing, come check it out.
Okay. Thanks for being here tonight, Jason. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Next, I have all the way from Sydney, Australia, Mr. Jad.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for having me at the show. And it's, as Dave said, Jad from here in Sydney, from Australia, from Hein Technology, where we make the master CNC controllers. And you can find me on heintechnology.com and on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here tonight, Jad. And I just want to mention before I move on to the next person here, Jad's been helping me. He sent me one of those Masso controllers, and I am working with that, getting it all wired up and everything, and still got a few little things. But I'm hoping that next week's show I can do from out there in the shop and show you how I've got that set up, and hopefully we'll have everything fine-tuned, and we'll try to do that next week's show. So thank you very much, Jat, for your help. I really appreciate it. Next we have Mr. One Sweater.
Hey Dave, how's it going? This is Javier Unzueta with Javi's Wood Shop. You can find me on YouTube and Facebook. I'm sort of subbing for Mark Lindsay, who's on sabbatical today. And if you want to find him, well, hell, you can find me any place on the internet. So just look around on Facebook and look for Mark Lindsay.
Yeah, those things are showing up everywhere. Thanks for being here, Javi. Next, we've got Jerry.
Hey, I'm Jerry Blakesley with Jerry's Machines. You can find me on just about any social media and YouTube under Jerry's Machines. Thanks for having me, Dave.
Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate you being here. Next, we've got Juan.
Hi, guys. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram under G-Code 1 Design. Thanks for having me, Dave.
Thanks for being here, Juan. And Mr. Meadows.
Hey everybody, Russ Meadows from the Rusty Nails Wood Shop. Y'all can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and anywhere else trying to get over about a pneumonia. Other than that, we're good to go.
Well, I hope you're feeling better, Russ.
Somewhat.
All right, and finally we've got Trevor Carter.
Hey everybody, Trevor Carter here from Trevor's Wood Shop. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the fun stuff under Trevor's Wood Shop. Thanks for having me, Dave.
All right, thanks for being here, Trevor. I tell you what, we like I said, we got kind of a late start, and I have got a ton of emails. You know, last week I first mentioned doing the show and tell thing. I think 3 weeks ago, and we mentioned it every week. And then I think it was last week I said that, so far I'd only had one email with, one person sending me photos. And man, everybody's gone crazy. My phone's still blowing up. I think people trying to send them now. But I've got a bunch. I don't, like I said, I don't know if we'll even have time to get through them all or not, but we'll go ahead and get started. Looking at some of the cool things people have been doing with their CNCs. So if I can get a screen share to work here. We'll go ahead and get started looking at these. Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah, and the little drop-down arrow by your name, if you hit it, you can choose show make presenter, and it'll ensure that it gets recorded as the main screen on the recording.
Okay, yeah, I meant to do that. Hold on, I gotta move this thing out of the way. Present to everyone. Okay. Does everybody see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's just this, like I said, you see I put everybody's name and then just put their photos in that folder. You see I've got a ton of stuff there. But we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go. I printed out some of these emails too, so I can kind of read what they said to me when they sent me these photos. And I'm going to start with Leo Steger. He says, "Here's a photo of some of the 30 plus pieces that I made for Children's Hospital. The Woodworkers Club that I'm a member of makes cutouts each month for the patients at the Children's Hospital. And they're to be in finish so the children can paint them." Okay. Said it was a Carve-Right project. So let's take a look here what we got. I think this is the okay. Yeah, it looks like, okay, they say mom, and I don't know. I guess they're real small, about 5 inches looks like here. So let's see if I can. He said another one here. Let's take a look at it. Okay, here's a sign. I don't think he said much about, yeah, he didn't say anything about the sign, but there's a nice sign he made. Looks pretty good.
The inner border on the lettering.
Yeah, that's pretty cool the way he did that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this one I like doing these shows and showing these photos because it kind of, the people that watch, they kind of get lots of new ideas or see something that they wouldn't have normally thought of. So, okay, so those are the couple that Leo sent. Let's see who else I got here. Robert Chavez. And I've already looked at some of these, but I've looked at so many I can't remember. Let's see what he says. He says, "Hello, Dave. I want to share a few pictures of the table I made for my employer. It's made from 3/4 inch." Let me go ahead and get it started coming up here. 3/4 inch birch plywood with a walnut inlay. It's also wrapped with walnut. This is the 4th project I have made with the Gatton CNC.
That's a big table if it's the one I've seen. I think it's on Facebook.
Yeah, that's a pretty good sized table. He doesn't mention the dimensions here,
It's really nice.
but that's Well, yeah, there gives you kind of an idea. It must be at least 5 or 6 feet long, looks like. Very nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Good old birch plywood, man. It come out pretty good, didn't it?
Those are some
Good job,
nice-
Robert.
nice
Thank you
inlays
for
there.
sending in the photos. Okay, next I've got, let's see here. I got an email from Bob Helt Bridal. Bob has he's even been by my shop before.
Bob was saying earlier in the chat that he didn't see your show last week and he needed his Dave show fix.
Okay. Well, thank you, Bob. I'm glad you're here getting your fix. Here's a let's see what he says about this. It says, I have attached some photos of 3 projects I've done. The link below is a Facebook page. Okay, this was done on an 18-inch round bar top from Lowe's. It ran for 12 hours. He used a wipe-on stain, then a coat of poly. Wow, that's what did he say? 12 hours right there.
Well worth the 12 hours invested.
Yeah. And this is, let's see what this one says. He says this was done on his 40-watt laser. It's cut from 1/4-inch plexiglass, and it is actually a scroll saw pattern. So that's pretty interesting.
That's awesome right there.
That came out really nice, didn't it?
Really nice.
Okay, and then we've got a box here. This is Vectric's good old Paradise box, they call it, I think. Done in 1/2-inch cherry. The inscription in the lid was done on the laser. Several coats of poly, light sanding in between. Let's see if he's got a, yeah, there's the inscription. Done with a laser. Yeah, you know, we was talking about, there's been a lot of talk about the Aztec calendars, you know, just kind of a rite of passage that every guy with a CNC makes one of those. I think everybody's makes a Paradise box at one point or another too. I have one sitting about 5 feet from me over there on an end table. Very nice, Bob. Thanks for sending in those photos. Appreciate it. Next, we have Daniel, and I'm not sure how to say your last name, so I'm just going to call you Daniel. Let's see what he's got here. This is he says, here's a walnut key hanger I did recently, 1/16 straight bit for the pocket, 2 coats sanding sealer, light sanding in between, 3 very heavy coats, enough to pull up in the pocket of spray paint. Squeegee the paint off the face immediately after spraying, sand clean, 3 coats of spray poly. So very good, Dan. That looks pretty cool. And I don't know what the size is, but from the spacing of those hooks, I'm guessing it's a foot or so long. Very nice, Daniel. Let's see here. What we got next? Got Robert Crow sent me an email. And some of these, I'm gonna read some of these emails just so you can know what they've said here. It says, thanks for all your support for the CNC community. Love your show. Your shoestring series got me started. I kept leaning toward building an aluminum machine, so that's what I did, and I am loving running it. I owe it to you for sparking the interest in doing it. Here is my first job on it. Let me go ahead and get this going here. Here's my first job on it that I got paid for, and some of my machine and other projects. Thank you very much for doing the show each week. God bless you, Rob. See, this is why I do this, folks, just for comments like that. Let me see if I can rotate this around a little bit. Yeah, he's built a nice aluminum machine there. Have a nice water-cooled spindle on that thing. I noticed he's got the custom water cooling feature back here. Reservoir, otherwise known as a bucket. Okay. Yeah, he didn't mention anything about these signs here, so I'm just going to kind of go through them here. It's pretty nice. Let's see here. Okay. Thank you, Robert, and thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. Also trying to keep an eye on the chat. Is there anything interesting going on in the chat over there, Javi? Or?
Nothing at the moment. And you were dead on with the 12 inches. It's 12 by 4, that piece with the hooks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I thought it looked like it might be about that size.
I like that little V carving there.
Okay. Next, and like I said, I'm not going in any particular order here. Just however the email's printed out. Jim Senicola. Here he is. Let's see what he sent here. He says, here are some photos of my most recent work. Chinese checkered game, pine 18 inches in diameter.
Well, I haven't seen one of those in years.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
I love the work.
That looks awesome.
You did a good job.
That's excellent. That's
Oh
excellent.
man, I wish I had that pattern.
Yeah, I like the way he even painted the lettering, the
Yeah,
blue
that's
green.
cool.
I would
Very
imagine
nice job, Jim.
2 triangles opposite, and then you would have to come in, and lay your marks for your dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like it's kind of like mold shaped instead of just cut out.
Oh, you talking about the pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
the
looks like he
pockets are
might have
bulbed.
used a bowl bit or something.
I meant
Yeah,
I meant the process to like get all those dot spots.
Yeah.
You'd have to offset in continuously and mark them at the cross spots.
Yeah. That is very cool. I really like that.
Yeah.
Good
Ball
job,
nose,
Jim.
ball nose on the dots, pocket on the pockets, and bull nose on the pocket, and a V carve for all the little lines. That's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the Last Supper. Walnut oil finish 8 by 14 inches, he says.
I've been wanting to do one of those.
Very nice. Let's see. Michigan. Sign. It's a Michigan sign birch ply natural finish. And that came out really nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like the two-tone part of it.
Yeah.
The light up top and then the dark where it cut through. I love how he left that.
That looks really clean.
Yeah.
Jim's saying over in the chat that he can send you the file for that Chinese checkered.
Yeah.
All right. summerswoodworking@gmail.com.
Here is a Valentine plaque for his wife. 10-inch
that's nice.
round cherry lacquer, he says.
That's
Very
neat.
cool. Okay, maybe that was the last one. It says textured prism, initials, cherry oil finish for it. No, is there another one I missed? Okay, I don't know if I missed one or not. Maybe I did. And I want to point out too, Jim Senicola, all this cool stuff we've just looked at, these last 4 photos, he's using an old plywood Gatton CNC. So
Oh wow.
You know, you were asking me earlier,
Yeah.
Brian, on your show, how accurate are the things? There you go.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Okay, let's see. We're going now to Jesse Brown.
I wonder if he's related to Jerry.
No.
Let's see what we've got from Jesse here. He says, the red box is a caddy I made for a guy to put his remote controls in. It has his name in front, LSU logo on one side and New Orleans Saints on the other. Made from, how you say it, Purdue? Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
The hearts I made for my, okay, I guess let me flip on to the next one here. Yeah, he's got the LSU on the side there. There's a scroll with the Lord's Prayer, also made for my mom. It isn't stained or sealed yet.
That is neat, though.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
I love that.
Of course, that's just raw too. Once he finishes it, it's
Gonna really look good.
looks really
Absolutely
good.
gorgeous.
Okay, now this is a gun rack. He says is in progress. It has carvings on the sides, and we'll have a door with carvings. Indian chief's head on the header, and a large dream catcher on the center section.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's something I want to build too.
That's another one of those things. The picture there, you know, with it still being unfinished, it's going to really pop when
Yeah.
he puts the other stuff on it. All the pieces were carved out and carved on his GarageWorks 4x4 CNC and made from locally milled cypress, estimated over 100 years old. So that's interesting.
Cool.
Thank you for the great pictures, Jesse.
That's got some beautiful green.
Yeah, it does. That's going to really look good.
I was just going to say that. I don't think I've ever seen cypress before.
Oh, that stuff's really light too.
It's prevalent where he's at.
Yeah.
I've got 700 board feet of cypress in my backyard. Florida's
Oh.
real big.
Yeah, Florida's real big on that.
I missed one, I guess. Hold on here. This is also let me go back here. Yeah, it says the hearts I made for my mom for Mother's Day. It isn't stained or sealed yet. Yeah, okay. So, and again, that's going to look good once he puts the finish on it. All right, thank you very much, Jesse, for sending me the photos. Let's go back here and see who we've got next. Paul Camp. I think he's got all these four projects, but they're all in one photo here. And you can see the theme. It's for people who don't know how to do something. Let me see what he says here. He says hunting, fishing, and golf plaques are oak. The dog plaque is cherry. And all are finished with semi-gloss poly and machine using my two favorite go-to tools, a 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch ball cutter. The design is original, but nothing spectacular, using 3D clip art included with the Vectric software. This machine is modified from a picture of Dave's shoestring router stretched to a 4x4. So again, another plywood machine. So
It's nice.
nothing wrong with that plywood, I'm telling you guys. Okay, thank you, Paul. Let's see who we got now. We got Jesse Schneider. Let's see, where are you, Jesse? There you go. Looks like we got just one photo from him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice.
He says, hi, Dave. I'd like to submit my sign for the show and tell. It's not the best one I have done, but it is the most custom one I have done.
That's really cool.
I made it out of
It looks really
18 by 28 inch cherry.
Can you zoom in on it?
I create.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. Let me. Does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That's real nice.
Yeah.
So far, I think that's the winner.
That finish on the outside of it goes real well with it.
Right?
Yeah.
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 It makes it.
Okay, it says I created a tattoo shop image with ZBrush Core and then brought into VCarve. It was also done with the Masso controller. There you go, Jad.
Mm.
That was done with the Masso as my test run project, which was because of watching your show. Thank you, and here is the sign.
That is awesome. That's the best piece I've ever seen on Master. That is cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Thank you, Jesse, for sending that in.
That's cool.
Let's see here. Let's see, who have I got next here? Andrew Haig. Let me, got 3 photos here. He says, "Hi, Dave. Here are a few items for show and tell." Let's see. Okay, so this is, I'm probably opening these up in the wrong order. It says this is a doorbell made from mahogany with a veneer attached. Their choice on the Steelers, also not mine. Okay, yes. So he's not a Steelers fan. I wasn't going to hold that against you, Andrew. Again, carved with the 1/8 82-degree V-bit and profiled with the 1/4 inch. Finished with a General Finishes outdoor finish. So far, it's been installed mostly in the shade and still like new after 1 year. She said, I didn't read this before, folks, but she said, I guess he's talking about whoever he made it for. So she said the only issue is lizards like to poop on the top surface. Yeah. Those dang lizards. Okay.
Oh, man.
Must not be Steelers fans.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, they're just trying to pretty it up, I guess. Okay, so let's see. He's got something else here. This is a new kitchen sink cabinet with a piece of ambrosia maple engraved with the family crest and other accents. 1/8 inch, 82-degree V-bit. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, he says, a kid's pram for my daughter made from 1/2 inch plywood.
Nice.
I saw a photo online by someone in Europe selling them, so I designed my own in SolidWorks and cut it. Carved with a 1/8 82-degree V-bit and OD profile with a 1/4 inch bit. The DXF files for this one are on the forum if anyone wants to make one.
Cool.
So there you go. That is pretty cool.
I like that.
Very good little CNC project there. Okay, I think that's all of his. Thank you, Andrew, for sending those photos in. Let's see who we got here. Rob Schuster. Let me find him here. Let's see what Rob has to say. He says, "Hi, Dave. Here's a project I cut out not long ago. I recently purchased VCarve Pro and have been experimenting with 3D. This is my 3rd 3D project, but it is the first one I designed from scratch, so it is kind of special to me." I guess so. That looks really cool.
That is cool.
Wood is redwood fence slats from the Home Depot. I glued them up to make a block 1.5 inch thick for the dome shape and started cutting from there. My machine is a shoestring CNC. Once again, folks, plywood machine. And he's using Linux CNC.
Cool.
Great job, Rob. Rob's in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Rob. That and appreciate the email too. He says, "Keep up the great work. Best of luck to you, Rob." I like I said, folks, this is why I do this kind of stuff, because every once in a while somebody will say something really nice. So, okay, now that's all the emails I have. Everybody else, I've got a few more folks here we haven't checked yet. So y'all will have to help me remember who we haven't done. Let's see, Charlie Shuey. I don't think I had an. And when I say I didn't get an email, it just means he didn't really say anything about the photos. So let's go through here and take a look at these. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, I know when I first opened this one, when he first sent the email, I'm thinking, yep, somebody will end up making some of those, because that's really cool. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this one says volunteer firefighters are the backbone of the fire service in America.
Great.
Pretty cool.
I love the font on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what that font is, but that's pretty cool, isn't it?
That eye looks like a fire hydrant. And firefighters.
Let's see. Charlie, is he in the chat by any chance? Charlie, if you're in the chat watching this, as I go through these photos, because like I said, I don't have an email telling me anything about these, so
Looks like it's on a nice piece of oak.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
The calendar.
Yeah, there's one of the Aztec calendars. That one's cut a little different than the way I've cut them in the past, though.
Mhm.
I like how you finished it
Nice
too.
little-
Yeah. Yeah, those things are just fun to do anyway, except they take forever. I don't know how big that one is. Again, Charlie, if you're out there, I wonder how big diameter that one is. But
I didn't see him in the chat. Is that convex bowing out, or is that just an optical illusion there?
I think it's just the way it looks.
it may be an optical illusion, Javi. It's hard to tell, because of that angle, but
I see the same thing.
yeah.
It's really nice.
Okay, this is there's this machine in action. Well, I'll be darned, another plywood machine. How about that? Somebody ought to start building those and selling them.
Right?
Just saying.
It'd be like Garage Works with an X. I can see it now.
Let's see. Let me see if I can get this sucker to rotate around so we can see what it says. Our grandchildren, our window to our past, mirror of today, door of tomorrow, and the keep of our hearts for all eternity. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Let's see. I think you still got several. It's a nice saloon photo.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's the cool font again right there.
Yeah.
It came out really nice. A little 3D type picture. Mama bear, Papa bear, and baby bear.
Mhm.
Where's my porridge?
Let me,
Turn that one upside down. There you go.
yeah, y'all stand on your head to look at that one.
U.S. Navy.
There you go.
Good job.
Very nice. There's another photo of it. Okay, that must be the backside. Senior Chief James Smith.
Wow.
Very cool. That's pretty cool looking. I'm not sure.
Totem.
Totem pole.
Yeah, there's a close up. Pretty cool. I like that. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before.
It is cool, yeah.
Okay, I think that's it for Charlie. Thank you, Charlie, for sending those in. Appreciate it.
What would be a preferred bit for that kind of detail? That kind of.
I don't know. I like to use a 60-degree V bit myself.
Yep.
That's pretty much my go-to when I'm doing something with a lot of detail.
Do you guys
Okay,
use
let's
those
see.
tapered bits?
Charlie's in the chat now.
Oh, is he in there? Okay. Okay, we haven't seen Dale Ludlam. Let's see what he's got here. He had some beautiful stuff. Dale was at the Texas meetup that I went to, and he had some beautiful stuff that he brought with him. There's a nice little plaque there. Broken Arrow Fire Department. There's some nice little tables.
Very cool.
Okay, now he sent some text, but I'm not sure what program I needed to open it, because when I opened up the text that he sent, it was kind of had some words and then everything else kind of jumbled up too. But I think he was trying to tell me that, see those the spindles here in the picture? Y'all can see my mouse, I guess, right here.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
He said that he did those with two-sided milling.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's what I got out of the text. Yeah. So it wasn't done with a rotary axis. It was done two-sided, where you had to flip it over.
And those were on those tables, weren't they?
Yeah, I think that's what was on those tables back there. Yeah, Harry's showing him a glue up, looks like.
That's cool.
Now he had some of these at in Texas when he came. Just beautiful work. This little textured piece.
That's nice.
You don't, at least I don't anyway, you don't see folks do the textured thing a whole lot. It does take a while, but.
Makes that stand out, though.
Yeah. It looks good. It just, I guess a lot of people don't like to do it because it adds a good bit of cycle time to the file.
So is this like making a texture like a special feature in the CAM software? How do you do it?
How do you do it?
Yeah.
There's a well, all I know is in VCarve Pro there's a button you click on to texture it, and it
Yeah, there are a number of ways of doing it from VCarve Pro or importing your own textures, and basically it involves taking either a ball nose or a V-bit and going intricately through grooving the lines. So it's time consuming.
He's saying it took an hour and 12 minutes to do the texture.
Yeah, I see him in the chat over there. Well, if I can get back to it, yeah.
He say Charlie was saying he thinks that text was Showboat, but he's not at his computer.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, let me go back to this. There. Yeah. Here's a shot of him doing half of the spindle there. And that's his company there, Anything Wood. That's pretty small, isn't it? Okay, there's a shot of the texturing.
Ball nose.
Yep. Yeah, here he's showing those things are, what, about 7 inches long, looks like.
No, less than that.
Yeah.
One side and then the other.
6.5, yeah.
Yep.
That's some precise registration there.
Yeah, it is. Very nice, Dale. Thanks for sending me the pictures. Let's see, make sure. Oh, this one he was calling firewood. Okay. Yeah, I've had some firewood that looked like that too before. Okay, let's see if we missed anybody.
Charlie's saying the totem pole that he did, he's going to put the file on the forum later.
Okay, sweet. Now, when he says forum, is he talking about the
File section.
the Dave Gatton Community Forum over on the?
That's the way I take it, yes.
Okay. We probably need to clarify that if we can get him to say. Okay, this is Kevin Calhoun. I'm looking at this. Move this over here. Okay.
Some nice, clean, thin lines there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Las Chivas.
That it's amazing he didn't get some of that to break out. I don't know what the material is on that, but it's really thin in places.
Almost looks like pine.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, look at those X's around the crest.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, wow.
You probably had
Great
to go
job.
slow on that one.
Oh, he says it's birch.
Birch, okay.
What size bit was used on those corners, or did he do that manually afterwards?
Yeah, he's in the chat, so he'll.
Yeah, you may want to post the. I don't have moderator privileges. You may want to post the link to the community forum, Dave.
Okay, I will.
Get a chance. It'll be in the description, likely.
Yeah, here's some badges here.
That's a good job, too.
1/8 spiral, he said,
Yeah.
on the.
Very detailed, looks like done on a laser or something, but very nice.
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
Anybody doing some casting? Those look nice.
Yeah, those are really nice. Is that all for him? Maybe I gotta turn that off. Yep, that may be it for him. Oh no, I don't know why I wouldn't go into these.
Nice.
There you go, Juan.
The axe.
Yeah, a real axe. Very nice.
That's cool.
I know someone who would appreciate that.
Yeah, has he got a big mustache?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, here's another one. You can see the axes hanging in the background too there. Very nice finish on that.
I love the color of that one.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Awesome, Kevin. Awesome.
Really nice.
All right, let's see who we got left here.
Mark's been messaging me that if you got his emails, Mark Graves.
When did he send them?
I'm not sure. Let me ask.
Yeah, because I hadn't all these. The last one I got was around 7:30 tonight.
How about Russ Meadows?
Let's see here.
Yeah, it's not letting me put the forum link in there either.
Oh, Russ Meadows. Yeah. Okay. I think this is the last one. We looked at everybody else. Looks like.
Oh, he said today on Messenger, Dave.
Oh, on Messenger.
Yeah, probably
Follow the rules.
Facebook.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't have them, because I was just pulling them off of email.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah, that turned out really well for all that whining you did about painting it, Russ.
Yeah, it did. I was surprised. I used a 90-degree V-bit to do the carving on it. And the carving really only took about an hour, if that. And the rest of the time, it seems like it's been a year painting the doggone thing.
Yeah.
But most of the background, the purple, I spray painted on first, and then to get down into the grooves, and then after that, I came back and started doing the white by hand. And that's where I was really wanting to ship that off to Mark Graves and let him do that white. But he seems to know how to do all that painting, and pretty good at it. And I said, I might have to hire that out next time. Shoot, that's a job.
Well, but it turned out great. That looks really good.
Yeah, that's 12-inch by 13 inches tall.
Yeah. You did a good job, Russ.
Thank you, sir.
And what kind of awesome CNC machine do you have?
I got that awesome Garage Works 4x4, and I'm very pleased with it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Thanks to Juan Lopez for talking me into that 4x4.
Right on. Anytime, buddy.
Okay. I think that was, let's see, Charlie, Dan, Dale. Yeah, I think we've looked at everybody. If anybody sent something and I'm not showing it, this is all what you see right here in this folder. This is what I got off of email as of about 7:30. So anybody that was trying to send them later than that, we'll probably have to wait until the next time we do one of these or something, because I was just, I was on Brian's show earlier and just didn't have time to get them moved over here.
I got a couple of notes from the chat. The marbles for the Chinese checkers, you can get them at Amazon. And earlier there were a number of comments of Peter Posuelo's CNC Nuts' video on inlays, which I've seen that video. It's absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend it. And last but not least, the font. I was looking at my list of fonts. The Saloon font, Abilene, is one of the types that's like the Saloon.
Another
font.
Western font, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I have those pictures for Mark Graves. I don't know if you want me to share those with you.
Can you share them on your screen, Juan?
I can.
Okay.
Hey, look
Please
at
do.
that.
That's awesome.
That guy's an artist.
Oh,
That's
hold on. I'm still presenting me. Let me,
Wow.
hold on here.
This is like spray painted. Oh, it's been done. Wow. Looks like a printout.
I think he carves them and then he airbrushes them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Okay. There we go.
Unreal.
Finally.
Yep.
Detroit Tigers.
That's a nice clock.
Very nice.
I just found the
It's
winner.
pretty nice.
Laces in.
Oh,
I
amazing.
seen the video of how he did that. That was pretty neat. There's a lot of work.
Yeah. Anybody watching here, if you haven't watched Mark Graves' YouTube channel, you need to definitely go check it out and subscribe.
You better
Is that
believe it.
Mark's custom design?
Yep.
I believe so, yeah. And that's it.
And he talks funny like you, Jason. Wow. Was that some cool stuff or what?
Yeah, seriously, it's inspiring.
Are we still presenting?
Yeah, I'm still stuck on one here.
Take it off me.
Get it off! Get it off! Okay, did that do it or not?
Yep.
It did.
Okay. Now we're all jumping around. Okay. Wow. Finally made it through this. That's some beautiful work there, guys. I appreciate everybody that took the time to send in some photos, and especially the ones that had some kind words for me. I appreciate it. I just, like I was mentioning with Brian earlier tonight when I was on his show, he was asking me about the accuracy of the different garage works and plywood and all that kind of stuff. That right there just shows you, that you don't have to have a super high dollar CNC machine to put out just really awesome work. That, probably I didn't keep track, but probably most of that stuff that I was showing was done on, either an old shoestring plywood machine or one of the Gatton CNC. So really, really cool stuff. All right. Anybody got anything else? We got any questions going on over there, Javi, or not?
Not at the moment. They're all just admiring all the different items.
Yeah, you're very welcome, Kevin. He says, "Thank you, Dave, for getting me started in CNC." That's you made me proud, man. That's what it's all about. Awesome guitars. Just love seeing the work you guys do. I have to look at everybody else's project because I stay so busy now. I don't hardly get to do any real project, CNC or otherwise, really.
It's amazing what kind of talent's out there,
Yeah, it is. I mean, like I said, Mark Graves is a good example of that. Just not only does he do the CNC stuff, but I mean, look at what he does after it comes off the CNC.
Right.
Just amazing work.
No, and I totally understand these people that are, grateful for the opportunity that you provide as far as selling the machines and all that. Because I'm sure you remember when I wrote you the emails that it's well, at the time it was pretty hard to get a decent machine.
Yeah.
It was just so expensive, and I just couldn't fork out $5-6 grand or 10 or whatever those machines costed at the time. So totally understand when they're grateful as far as we're providing the
I appreciate
more than the machine. So
yeah. And that's that's one reason why I've been doing this for a while is anything to help people get started, because I get tired of hearing people say, well, I'd really like to have a CNC, but I just can't afford one.
Yep.
Yeah, you can. You may not can afford one, big Laguna or something, but you can get started. And like I said, you see the kind of work that can be done. I bet a lot of these guys probably don't have less than $2 grand in their total machine, software, and everything. So yeah, and I'm not knocking the big boys either, because they're great machines. They're worth every penny they ask for them. But you don't have to start off with something like that, especially because you never know. There is kind of a steep learning curve if you don't know anything at all about CNC and you're the programming, the CAD side, and all that. So there is kind of a steep learning curve. So why spend 10 grand to find out you don't really like doing this when you could spend a little bit? And plus, even if you didn't like it, you could always sell it and get your money out of it, because somebody's always wanting to get into CNC. So trying to read some of the comments here.
And speaking as somebody who sunk in $10,000 in a machine and now is looking to get one or two more, and doesn't feel like making that mistake again, You'll notice my lead screws here for my next two Gatton builds. I'm looking forward to that. So I'm where Russ Meadows was a year ago. Hopefully I won't get razzed like everybody for taking 2 or 3 months or a year to get it together.
I lost about 15 pounds off the backside of my butt behind that.
He's got an excuse. He's running the Rusty now.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I guess we don't have any questions or anything. I'm trying to read some of these comments. So Jerry Brown says,
Becca wants to know where I'm going to put the machine. I don't know yet, Becca. As soon as keep watching my hoarding to boarding, and hopefully I can make a hole somewhere.
It'll just be in there with all his stuff.
No, he throws stuff away.
Yeah. Yeah. Jerry Brown, thank you for the. Let's see. He says, thanks, Dave, for getting me to. It just scroll up where I can't see it now. No. I don't know if I can get it back or not.
He says, thanks, Dave, for getting me to cut out a quarter of my shop for the Gatton Super build.
Yeah. Yeah. Jerry does have one of the more awesome Gatton CNCs because
I think he's got the 60-inch, doesn't he?
Yeah, that thing is a monster.
Yeah.
And Michael Chipser too. That's another guy that's really. And that's, just to plug my own stuff here a little bit. That's one of the nice things about the Gatton CNC is the plants have a decent sized machine, but you can kind of take it and make it your own, make it bigger or smaller or whatever you want to do. And some of these guys have really stretched the limits there.
I wish Michael would have sent you those the recent signs he's made with family names on them with it's like cedar. It's really nice work.
Yeah. Well, if he's posted pictures on Facebook, I've probably seen them, but
yeah.
And that's what I love too is, like on the two Facebook groups, the Gatton CNC and the GarageWorks CNC, guys posting photos of stuff they're doing. It's just, I eat that stuff up. Did y'all notice that Mike Mertzke was doing I think that flag was like 57 inches long.
Yep.
That was really cool. So anyway, I guess we'll, if we don't have any other questions.
Dave, I just have a little question while everyone's here. How you mentioned about those water-cooled spindles and, people having a bucket at the back to just run the water through. Is it very common that, people just have a bucket, or is there a proper cover for it? Because one of my clients, he had a similar setup and the cuttings kept on going into the bucket and ended up clogging the pipes.
Well, I'd have to, if I was doing this from out in my shop, I'd take a camera and show you. I have a 5-gallon bucket. Mine sits on the floor behind my machine, but I have a lid on it to keep the crud out of it.
Right.
And it's just, like I said, it's just a 5-gallon bucket of water. I did buy some RV antifreeze to put in it, to keep the mold and well, for one, to keep it from freezing, because we did have a cold snap and I went and bought some and put it in there. But it's nothing fancy, just a 5-gallon bucket, because the spindle has the kit I bought comes with a submersible pump that sets down in the bottom of the bucket and it pumps it up to the spindle, and then all it has is just a return line. It's just basically running through a jacket going around that spindle. And I've run mine all day long, Jad, with intervals in between. I could run it for about an hour and a half and then throw another blank on, hit it, and run another hour and a half. And I've run it all day long, and that thing just doesn't even get warm, really.
Jack in the chat also covers his bucket, and Jerry was saying he went with a closed loop system.
Yeah, Jerry's is different. We'll have to have Jerry. I sent him a link. I don't know. He's not. No, I didn't make it on here, I guess. But,
and you know, like how you were saying that that's the whole idea of, you know, you guys getting together here to come up, you know, with a machine that you don't have to pay a lot of money for it. And, you know, I've been thinking about this similar thing for the spindle, to maybe just get something for gardening. You know, you can get these little sensors that they pulse as the water is flowing through from a hardware store. And we can actually assign one of the inputs on the meso that it keeps on looking for those pulses if the water is flowing. And just in case something happens,
Oh wow.
you just get an alarm on the screen.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
have it go into pause or something like that.
Like a warning or something. Cool.
yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, something similar.
My I don't know. I think Jet lost his audio there for a second. My
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
okay, I just want to make sure everybody still hear me. I thought, oh no, am I having computer problems again? Like I said, I haven't really had any issue with mine. Mine's been working good. But my buddy Jim, you know, when I did that Gatton CNC build videos, when I got it all done, I gave that to him. So he's got that machine. He came over and wired all the stuff for my spindle and all that. And he's got it where, which I think is a good idea. When I flip the switch to turn on the VFD, it automatically starts the pump. So I don't have to worry about forgetting to turn that on. But he bought the exact same spindle kit that I have. And he called me the other day and he says, man, he says, my pump stopped working and I just about burnt the spindle up. It was starting to get pretty warm, I guess. And I said, well, I've got a spare pump because I'd bought a whole another kit when my VFD went out on me, and of course they've since sent me a replacement. So I've got had a whole nother kit, and I said, well, come get this pump. And so that is one thing you do have to be careful of, even though if you have it set up to turn the pump, you know, start that pump when you start the spindle and all that, you want to make sure that it is running, because like I said, my bucket is behind my machine. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. I don't even think about it. And I try to remember to every once in a while just reach up there with my hand and touch that spindle to make sure it's, you know, it's working.
A flow sensor
So,
then
yeah, probably
to the
it is
masso.
a good idea. You know, something that you guys you know, can get back there, you know, in the stores there, you know, some as a sensor, because you know they're really. If I talk to people, you know, high-end CNC, they talk about, you know, high-end sensors. I don't want to go there. It's something that flips a wheel or something, and if someone can send me a link, and you know, I'm more than happy to add that up to the masso, because I think something maybe $5-10 would save you the whole spindle.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, my buddy Jim has been looking on Amazon for some kind of a flow meter or something where it's just a visual thing where you can look to see that. But
That would be cool, yeah, if someone can send me something.
I'm sure they probably make something for fish tanks to keep the water flowing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
yeah, and you know, really, if you guys could see the pump that came with this thing, it's 220 volt, but I mean, you could go buy something a whole lot cheaper, like an aquarium type pump, because it basically does the same thing. You know, I don't know why they made you know, I guess because it's, I don't know, maybe it was just easier for them to make it 220. But the kit I got, the plug, Jim couldn't believe it, my electrician guy, because the plug on it looks like a regular 110 plug. And first thing he did when he looked at that, and I go, that's 220. And he goes, nah. And then he looked and he goes, oh man, he goes, we got to cut this plug off. He goes, that's because if I wire it and leave that plug on there, you forget and stick it in the, you know, 110 outlet or something. So, or somebody else might. So first thing he did was cut that off and put one of the big 220 volt plugs on there.
Yeah, Jerry Brown is saying that, well, he's saying he's shared a link on Instagram. The reservoir pump, cooling fans, and radiator, and all the spindle is. He's putting a temperature gauge and a flow valve on soon. But he touches the motor every so often as well to just see if it gets hot.
Yeah, you don't want to wait until you know, see smoke coming off of it or something. But yeah, I usually just take my hand and try to remember to touch it. But a lot of times, like I said, as you guys know, I don't sit there and watch my CNC run. I'm out doing something else. So a lot of times I forget. And in fact, I was running it a week or two ago, and all of a sudden it dawned on me. I thought, oh, nuts. I've been running about 3 hours and hadn't even felt it. And of course, luckily it was fine. But that's one bad thing of having that bucket sitting way back behind where you don't think about it.
Yeah, Rob Hampton also had he had an issue with a clogging spindle. So this is a public service announcement. Cover your bucket.
Yeah, and cover your bucket. And not only that, but I have gone to, I'll go take the lid off of mine and look in there. And if it looks like it's starting to get a little gunky, I'll dump it out and put some fresh water in it. So.
And one thing that Dave does, which when I was at his shop, is for those of you in colder climates, put some antifreeze on them. You want to tell them about that, Dave?
Yeah, I had really nothing but water in it and had been using it without any issues. And then we had, believe it or not, here in Georgia, it was supposed to get down below freezing one night. So I ran down to the auto parts store and bought like a gallon jug of just RV antifreeze, and came back and poured about half of it in the bucket, and it's good then. So I don't know what that stuff costs, probably less than $10 for that bottle or that gallon of antifreeze. Any other questions or comments? I see Peter Pasuelos over there in the chat, CNC Nuts. If you guys haven't checked out his latest video, go check it out. He made not one, but 2 Aztec calendars. So, all righty. Well, I guess we made it through. Yeah, it's almost 10:30. I don't know how late we were getting started. I know it took a while. Looks like we made it through this show. I guess we're going to go ahead and sign off of here if we don't have any other questions. Once again, I really appreciate everybody sending the awesome photos of the work they're doing. We'll do another one of these show and tell shows in another month or two. And like I said, next week, I hope to be able to be out in the garage and do kind of a walk around on the Masso. Show how we've got it set up and all that. I've just kind of got a temporary setup. In fact, I posted a picture of it on Facebook. I just got everything mounted on a 24 by 18 piece of 1/2-inch plywood. I just kind of wanted to leave it out in the open for right now because I'm still, figuring out the wiring and stuff like that. But hopefully we'll be able to do that next week. And I guess that's it. We'll get on out of here and let everybody get to bed. Thanks, guys, for being on here. Thanks. I know Brian's already left, I think. Thanks, Trevor, Russ, Juan, Jerry, Javi, Jet, and it looks like Jason. Jason
had to leave early.
Yeah.
He just left a minute ago.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Come back and see us next week. Everybody take care. Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Y'all have a good one.
Stops and make something.
Thank you all. Thank you.